If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
The Greenmount Station in Carroll County. It is all brought to you by Enoch Office and our dear friends at Freedmont Mortgage. You got the football right here. 1-800-955-8508. It is Freedmont.com. Don't make a 30-year mistake by picking the wrong lender. Pick Carl and Delmont and the good folks at Fremont. Joe Enoch's out. Candace is out here. All the Enoch kids getting Steve Smith's autograph. You know, I want to ask you, because we got to talk about some stuff that's not football related right now. But what? I'm a small guy. You're a small guy, right?
Well, let's rewind that.
How tall are you? Seriously, don't lie. Shoes off right now.
5'9", 3/4.
Okay, fine. I'm probably 5'8" something.
I'm 197.
All right.
I got a lot of groceries in my bag.
So my man Eric Sauer was here, and he's big, right? Mm-hmm. He lost about 75 pounds. Yeah. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
And I said, man, big guys. I always wanted to be big, right?
Put him to sleep.
When you see these 6'5" wide receivers in the game, is there a part of you that wish you were born 6'2", 6'3", at least? No?
Nope.
Good things come in small packages?
No, I can just, with technology now, I just go on my Morgan Stanley account and I look at it and I'm pretty happy with it.
But you're still 5'9". The best part about being small is we fit in, beds well, we fit under doorways well, we fly well.
You're talking from your perspective. I'm built a little differently.
Well, you're wide. Yeah. But
you're just there.
The girls were already beating me up saying I look skinnier because my wife's cancer made me skinnier.
Yeah.
I eat, man. I eat healthy. I eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits in the morning, whole grains.
Yeah.
Have a beer once and again, maybe an ice cream cone.
Yeah, I like a little ice cream.
But you're super healthy, right?
I try to be.
Organic all the way, or where are you? Well, my wife, now that she's had cancer,
I'm organic.
So I'm at the grocery store downtown where I ran into you.
Whole Foods.
No, I was at Harris Teeter for this one. This a couple
Harris
days
Teeter
ago.
does.
I was at Harris Teeter. So I was over at Harris Teeter, and my wife only buys organic now.
Yeah.
And I picked up strawberries that weren't organic. And she looked at me.
They taste different.
Well, she looked at me. She said, "What do you want, cancer?"
Yeah.
And now it's like
they taste different.
They do.
Yeah. The reason we switched organic, long story short, is training camp is about the only time I read the newspaper. And so during training camp, they give us the newspaper. They had the newspaper show USA Today, and they basically said that when the way they're growing our animals and how fast they're producing it, when you ingest a non-organic or non-hormonal product, you are getting a small percentage of that steroid, and when you ingest
no doubt.
Over time, that builds up. So they said at that time, I think it was 2007, 2008, they said the way they're doing it, average, back in the day, women used to get their menstrual cycle at 17, 18, 16. Now, because of how they're growing their meat and food, that technically there'll be girls would get their menstrual cycle at 8 to 10 years old. And I'm like, whoa. My daughter's 13. Well,
that's not natural, right?
Sure. Exactly. So we switched, and my daughter was one of only 2 or 3 girls in school, 7th grade, that has not gotten her menstrual cycle thus far because of that change.
Because you've affected her diet positively.
And that's why we did it, because I was like, because ultimately what that does. So I was like, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, once you've been through the cancer battle and you wonder, wonder whether it was something I ate or something in the environment.
And now that you're going to run this, some people are probably sitting in the car right now and their kids going, "Hey, Mommy, what's menstrual cycle?" Well, that's a big.
We got to talk about life on the show. We got to talk about life on the show. Yep. Steve Smith, senior here today,
yes.
And so a lot of people say, "Steve Smith, why senior?"
Yes.
Why? So give us the whole family lineage.
All right, here's the
stuff.
condescending Steve Smith. So for the people that are listening, I did not add senior to my name because I wanted to distinguish between me and Tori. I know people have a preset notion of me, but honestly, the reason we changed it is because, honestly, the birds and the bees, me and my wife decided to have our 4th child. And because it resulted in a boy, ding, ding, ding.
Right.
Who is a junior, ding, ding, ding.
But you have other boys.
Yes.
Right.
So my oldest boy, Peyton, who's 16, who's now starting to get recruited because he plays soccer.
Not named after Peyton Manning.
Not named after Peyton Manning.
Okay, fair enough. Just checking.
His middle name is my first name.
Peyton Stevens.
Peyton Stevon
Okay.
Smith.
Okay.
And that's my firstborn. Now my son, Boston, his middle name is Gene, which is my wife's dad, my father-in-law, first name, which was his dad's first name.
Okay.
So he's middle name named after someone.
Okay.
So when Junior came along, that, we call him Deuce, when he came along, I asked my oldest, is it okay? He said, sure, it's okay. Because when I was a kid, I'm named after my dad. My mom didn't like his middle name, so she went with Stevon. But his name is Steven.
But your boy, your Junior, will never be called Steve. You're going to call him Deuce. That's going to be his name.
Yeah.
And he's little guy, right?
Yeah, his name's Deuce.
2 months?
2 months.
2 months.
His name is Deuce. And black folks, when you get called by your birth name, you are in trouble.
Well, of course, right.
You don't want to hear your real name.
So when you say Steven Jr., that means tough day.
No, when you hear Stevon.
You said maybe the funniest thing I've had. By the way, no one has been more entertaining with fans than you have been tonight. Seriously, everyone. Steve Smith, seriously, right? You have made jokes with everybody here, created small talk with everybody here.
I'll
and you said the funniest thing that's ever been said to me, that if I were African American, my name would be
DeQuester or
Nestor.
Nestor.
Yeah, you said that.
We're a little different with the name.
I thought it's almost French. Yeah. Not Nestor. That's Nestor.
Ain't never been a Paris.
He's crazy. We should do the radio show, not the radio show next time. We should only talk during the breaks when you're signing autographs and make that the radio show.
No, some of that I'd get in trouble.
Yeah, you would get in trouble, I tell you. That'll be out on Twitter in 5 minutes.
Yep.
Steve Smith is out. All right, so last thing for you. I mean, we got football this week. I know we didn't talk a ton of football here. For you, with what you've seen in this offense with Kubiak and with Joe Flacco, you played with a lot of great quarterbacks. And look, anytime you've been somewhere for as long as you've been, the minute you come here, the first thing you notice is how things are different.
Yes.
It's a different kind of city. It's a different jersey. It's a different building. It's a different quarterback. From a football perspective, how is it different and or better? And what makes you think, sitting here right now, that you're going to win a championship this year? Because I know that's why you're here.
Well, I think, one of the biggest things is when you go to certain organizations, there's a difference between hope and how far we will go. And the thing that I love is I don't hope we'll do well. I don't hope this will be our year. The question is, how deep will we go and how long will we last? And I think that is the overwhelming consensus I have as being here. Is like, man, our first 4 games are very, very important.
Oh, you're telling me.
Because of the significance of who we're playing. And so we get out and finish and play well, those 3 games, the first 3 games, solidify what we have, and it puts us in the driver's seat versus the passenger, or at times last year
playing catch up
in the trunk. And so now puts us in the driver's seat, meaning how far can we go? And that's a great position to be in, and that is the difference between a good team, an average team, and a great team. Is how fast you start.
And you've been on all of them. I mean,
I've been on all of them, and I think that's the difference. And it's not hope. When guys talk, when guys are around there, it's like, hey, we're not hoping to be good or be great. We expect ourselves to be a lot better than what we were last year. And I wasn't a part of it, but I understand, and I get. If you come into every 32 teams come in and saying, we're their team. We're the team that's going to make that run. Then in the preseason, you start to realize real quick, that's not.
And when
us.
you get to be a veteran, you went through some tough times in Carolina as a veteran.
And then
you're going. It's not going to go well.
When you see the schedule, you're like, I hope we're in the game for this one. Let's see how that one goes. Oh, that's a win. That's a maybe. And that happens. And so, I think that's the difference when you have this kind of caliber of guys.
What did you see here instantly?
Well,
of good things. After you sign, you actually come here and you're in it now.
Well,
right?
when I came here, it was a lot of things that played a part into why I decided to come. One, the offense coordinator, Gary Kubiak, watched what he did in his offense, and then also I knew a little bit of the attitude of the team, the aura of the team, what is expected, what is okay and what is not. And so I love that. And
with John, winning is okay, everything else is not.
Correct.
That's the way John rolls.
But, the other thing that I looked at is I based it on, do I want to catch 90 passes and be sitting at home in January and February, or do I want the opportunity maybe to catch less but be playing in January and February? And that's the decision that I really looked at is, possessions over opportunity. I can catch a lot of passes but not be doing much. Or I have the opportunity to be playing deeper, and then when my expertise comes along in those games, that, I may not catch 15 passes, but I may catch 2 or 3
that really
passes that really matter between us going to the next week. Because those next weeks in January and February, you have to win to go. And that's the part that I want to be a part of.
Steve Smith is here. We're at Greenmount Station tonight, beginning of what should be a beautiful friendship here during the course of the season, week after week, and winning some games. I'm thrilled to have you on the show and knowing you a little bit from the Ed Block thing and then coming here. A veteran guy signs. Like Brandon Stokley, one of my dear friends, too.
Yeah.
Brandon came out last year, did some stuff, came back, and knew that he wasn't the same guy he was 10 years ago, but also knew he could contribute. Then he got hurt and he got hit in the head, and he's still just one of my favorite people. And anytime a veteran guy comes in, you wonder, what has this guy got under the hood? And just from preseason, I see you out there moving like a young man. Do you feel in this offense the way you've played? Are there still things in your mind now, I used to be able to do that, but I can't anymore? Or do you feel as complete but more wise at this point? Because physically, the shiftiness and the speed and the quickness, that you look the same to me as you looked 5 years ago, but maybe you don't feel that way.
Well, you at 35, there's nothing that you can be that you were 25.
I'm 46. You're telling me, brother.
But the one thing that I do know that I realize and enjoy that I learned is technique beats speed all the time. It beats it every time.
Now, you didn't believe that when you were 24, though,
Man,
right?
I didn't believe it. My oldest son doesn't like hearing it. But it's true. Technique beats speed, because if I'm running to point A to point B and I just roll out of bed, I don't stretch, I don't ice the night before, I don't take care of my body, eventually, if you don't get a tune-up in that hot rod, if you don't stop and change the oil, put in gas, that thing's going to run out. Now, for me, I believe, yes, I'm not a minivan, but I can still run. I can run with the best of them. And if you get the ball up early enough, I'm going to get up there. But I'm not going to outrun a guy 100 yards. And to be honest, very few young guys are outrunning anybody for 100 yards. Those are track guys. I'm not a track guy. I am, when the ball is in the air, let's see who's better, you or me. And I'm putting my money on 89.
89 in the house. Steve Smith, give it up for him. We're going to step out and end this, but it's not goodbye. It's until I see you next time. Good luck this week, and we'll be getting together over the course of the season a few more times, and hopefully they're after victories every week, man. Hope you had a good night tonight and had some fun out here. And I told you we keep it light and airy, and you've been awesome with the fans. Yep. Give it up for Steve one last time. We're at Greenmount Station. Freebot Mortgage, Enoch office with us. We got a whole season ahead. Get swabbed. I had somebody come up here a little while ago and said, I'm going right now to get swabbed. And I'm like, then that means I did my job tonight. That means I did my job. We're saving lives for There Goes My Hero. Make sure you check them out as well. And get on up here to Carroll County and get yourself a delicious crab cake at Greenmount Station. I had the crab melt tonight. It was outstanding. Next time I'm going to read the dessert menu to you because it's great.
Why?
It's behind you. Hand me the dessert menu here. This is the last thing I'm going to do. Get everybody's attention. This is the dessert menu. So when you look at the desserts here, this was my favorite thing here.
What?
So I'm going to read this, and you tell me whether you want this or not, all right?
I'm a food snob, so I'm kind of picky.
Crave upon crave, Steve Smith. Our supernaturally light but buttery vanilla-flecked pudding cake holds waves of rich caramel cake. Drama builds in this masterpiece with a salted caramel crunch layer, a creamy custard layer, and a sexy caramel finish. That's the way they do it here in Carroll County.
I don't like crust, though.
I like sexy caramel finishes, though. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm good.
All right. Well, then we're not getting one of those. Next time, I'll get you chocolate cake for Steve Smith. We'll step out. We'll take a break. We'll be back for more.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.